interior designing and making sure that by the time we are done with this conversation, you know the certain things that you have been doing wrong. You know that when I did take a siwe, I'm supposed to shift it and put it on the other side, the colors I'm having in the house, the bulbs that you used as well, so many things. But this not only concerns those with homes, but as well as offices. There's some offices you'll enter and say, wow. And there's some offices you enter in and say, this is work, this is business. But there are some offices that seem more comfortable. I'm still here with the CEO of Master X Interiors, Mr. Kion, and obviously we'll continue with this particular discussion. Now, when you look at interior designing, it is a trend that people are just embracing slowly by slowly. Back in the years, it wasn't in existence. Now, you dealing in this sector, how have you found it? How have Ugandans embraced this movement of interior designing? Are they moving on slowly or gradually?
The movement is not, there are some people who understand it, but it's at a low rate. What I think people need to be taught the usefulness of interior designing and the use of the interior designers. People think interior designing is for big projects, big offices. So, and in most cases we have, nowadays we have residential places. People are not embracing interior for residential places. They are leaving it for hotels, for offices. So, and that's where the base is for the people. Because when you're at work, the office is looking good, then you have to go back home.
Yeah.
You may meet here like 10 people at this one office that is well designed, but every one of you has their own home.
Yeah.
So people are really not embracing it that much. Unlike the people who are in real estate, people who are building residential units, people who are building houses for sale, those are the ones who are trying to embrace interior because they want, and most especially for them, the purpose is to make their places look good so that they can sell off. But I think people just need to be taught.
To be taught
about interior.
Now good enough we have you in our studios. How good is this? How important is an interior designer in planning?
Exactly. Now, like if I can take you back, back then, we didn't have the interior designing.
Yes.
That's where you would just walk into a shop, buy chairs, you take them home.
Nogule bitambala.
Nogule bitambala nga byakubikako. Then you go to another person, you buy a table. You go to another one, you buy a bed. You go to another, you buy anything you think
curtains.
Curtains. So you don't have any consultation. Maybe you're buying what is good with your eyes, but when you combine them together in one room, then they lose meaning. You say this curtain was good, but it's not matching with the chairs. Yeah. This table was really looking good where I found it, but when I brought it here, it is really not matching. So that's why interior designing is really needed to make our homes healthier and really pleasant. So if you have your room, you really need to consult an interior designer.
But someone might say, I'm already making it pleasant to myself. So you have to convince him that an interior designer is important and is essential.
Okay, now, it may be pleasant, but for a small time.
Okay.
You may be excited to buy that good chair, that yellow chair. You're bringing it home to a blue carpet. You're bringing it home to a brown table. So for you, at that moment, you may be excited, just excited to buy them. But as time goes on, you see them fade.
Yeah.
You see them not really looking nice. But if you have an interior designer with you or guiding you, you may find these things are really serving for a long period of time. They are looking nice. People get to come in and admire it. That's where the pleasure comes in from. You may buy something good, but at least it feels good if someone really talks about it.
And says that this looks good.
There's an instance where you're going to buy a chair, someone who doesn't even know interior designing, they come and say, so that's why interior designing really, even if you think, yeah, this is what I want for myself, is it pleasant? will it be pleasant for the longest period of time? And is it healthy? I've talked about the thing of healthy. In most cases, you may buy, let me say there are some furniture you're going to find in kids' room,
Yeah.
and furniture that is going to be in adults' room. Why? Because you're limiting them maybe to get sick, to get damaged. You may find at times we don't advise now people to have the glass tables in their sitting rooms if they have kids there.
Oh, okay.
Kids are so playful. You may want that glass table so much, but what if I showed you a design that would really look nicer?
And it isn't glass.
And it's in glass. People are not doing research. What you see, what your eyes set on first, that's what you really want. But if you do more and more research, which an interior designer does, because me, I'm sure when you explain what you want to me, I should be in position.
You'll save me the burden of researching. I'll give it to you.
I should be in position. You could explain what you want, then I tell you, okay, according to what you want, this is what I have for you. You may find it combines maybe 50% of what you wanted, and you're okay with the other 50%, but as long as it is really looking nice.
Yeah.
Then with time you may find you're getting used with what the interior designer has given you, and it may even be more pleasant if some people come in and
the compliment
is really nice. Hey, this thing is nice. You might have not liked it that much in the first place.
Yeah.
You might not have liked it that much in the first place, but when people continue complimenting it, you may find yourself falling in love with it.
Hey.
Yeah.
And I couldn't fall in love with it initially.
In the first place.
But if people compliment.
So in most cases, interior designing is just for beauty. And that's the core thing.
Of interior designing.
Yeah, beauty. So that's why we say that the environment you're going to design, it should it should be in position of pleasing the person who's going to use that place. And as well, like I said, healthy wise, there are some materials you may, in details, there are some materials you will not use somewhere. There are some materials that may be flammable that you cannot use around fire. So all that is interior designing.
Now, we talked about the trend of interior designing, how people are accepting this trend. And you said that gradually moving forward with the trend. But perhaps with some few people I've interacted with, some of them are scared of the prices. They would say, I go to an interior designer, he wants his own share, I have to buy the, maybe say sofa sets, the flower vessels and all that in the house. Now someone has a tight budget. He has come to you to help them with this interior designing process. How are you going to help them with that small budget that they might have?
Okay, now with the thing of budgeting, I think that's where many people are losing it from. They really fear interior designing, thinking it's too expensive.
Yeah.
But that's not the fact. Even a small room, a bachelor's room, I would say, there are some good designs that can really be there, but not that expensive. Interior designing alone does not mean being too costly. Some people, that's where they are, and I'm also facing the same challenges. Some people fear to interact with you because they think what you're doing is for
the rich people, it is expensive.
Yeah, even some people go ahead and tell you, those things are for the guys who already have money, but that's not the fact. In most cases, what I advise clients to do is come, let's see what you have in mind, let's discuss it. Yes, you want this thing, but this is what it would cost. When you find someone who really minds about money, they would not explain to you why they think is expensive. There are times something is expensive because of the material used. Either it is long lasting, or it is it's expensive. There are some materials that are not even long lasting, but they're just expensive.
Yeah.
So you may find out that the material you wanted is expensive for nothing. Actually, you don't need it. You need the other one, which is not so much costly, but it can last. So what I think is, they just have to interact with interior designers. It's not that expensive. Discuss with me what you want. I discuss with you all that is needed to have it in place. You might even have that money, but you're not finding it easy to spend it on something that much, because where is the value after I spend this much money on this thing? What is it bringing back? Those are the questions some people ask me.
Yes, because I ask myself, that centerpiece, what am I going to get out of it if I put this curtain? And what kind of curtains as well? We also find a challenge of people selecting curtains. Which kinds of curtains are used in the different areas?
Back on the prices, small, then something, you may choose something that is cheap, but in actual sense it's going to be costly. You can't use it for a year before replacing it. You may find you're buying something that is slightly costing you a little bit more than what you had planned, but it's going to serve for a purpose. And in times of even changing, there are some people who would buy it. I've seen those situations where someone buys this furniture, they keep it well, they want to dispose it off, they sell it. So, but what we target here is the purpose. Is it going to stay there for long? Will this beauty be there for long? Will its purpose be there for long? That is it. So interior designing is not costly. All you need to do is come on the tables, talk, discuss. That's what people are not doing. They're just saying it is expensive. But you may even find what you thought maybe is this amount is even lower than what you thought.
According to what you want.
So you just come and interact. Interact with the interior designers and know. And let them also advise you accordingly. If you find that this is really the purpose, it will serve my purpose, let me add on the money. Or, okay, let me drop this, let me go for this.
Okay.
Because there's always an alternative. Yeah.
Is there an alternative where an interior designer comes back again to redesign the house? Because I might want to change where you had put something initially. So I could contact you again and you come back and redesign the place.
Yeah.
At a cost still.
Yes, because in most cases, it involves buying new things, buying new materials. It involves operation costs. Because if I worked for you a year ago or 2 years, I fitted something. I had a team I'm working with, so I'm not telling them let us go back there, and unless we give you a guarantee that this thing is going to serve you for 5 years, and then before the 5 years are done, then something happens. That's when we come in at no charge.
So there's that option where you give guarantees.
Of course.
Okay, so now let us move on to the latest trends that you have in interior designing, sofa sets, everything that I would put in the house, the trends that someone would consider, and leave the bitambala we had back then, because it would sound awkward to find someone's house with a chair and putting those tablecloths on the sofa sets.
No, like you had said, even about the curtains, there are some curtains that are suitable for certain places. Now you will not find these curtains we use at home, at offices.
Yeah.
They are blinds, they are what we call blinds, or rover curtains. Many understand them as rover curtains. Those ones are good for offices. Then at home, the ones we are well versed with, the fabric ones, with the nets, that's what we normally use. And it also depends, the colors and the texture also depends on what furniture, what paint is in the house. So it really feels bad if someone from home who has a curtain at his door finds the same curtain at the office where he's coming. That's why we have those different curtains. And even at hotels, you may find even some hotels, they don't even put curtains there. They put nets. You walk into a hotel room, there are only nets. Why? Because there's that feeling they want to give you. You're away from home. Yeah, you have the curtains at home, then you shouldn't find them at the hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the trends we have now, most especially if you look at the furniture, the straight lines are now being substituted with the curved lines or the organic design. The ceilings, the plain ceilings, now we are inverting the gypsum ceiling, the suspended ceiling. For the curtains, we have put a lot of art in curtains. Now, like you see on the screen there, when you take a good look at that video, you may find the ceiling, there's that black glass.
Yeah.
So those are now the trends that we are having. We are using steel, glass, stainless steel, just for the new trends. Whereby you are even finding sofa, like chairs with metallic stands,
Yeah.
with that golden touch. So all those are trends. You're finding walls, we are not only just doing plain painting, we are putting pattern painting, where you see us painting strips. We call it, some of them call them geometric paint. We have panels where you get wooden panels, then you put them on the wall, just to kill off the other old thing of just painting the wall, leaving it open. Just plain. So we are inverting those small designs whereby we have those floating designs we put on the walls, just to work hand in hand with the paint to give that beauty. And we are also we are changing the way the cabinets are made. Before we used so much on what we call natural wood. Even now it is trending, but with a little bit of art. So really there are new and a lot of trending designs we have in interior. And we keep on doing more research. Some interior designers are even in position of making their own designs. Yeah, so, and even these designs you see, you can copy it from someone, then you add in something. Like you can also come with your design and then I add in something. So the trends are really much. That is in painting, we no longer paint just one color. You may find this wall having some color,
another one having a different color.
Another one having a different color. The patterns, like I told you, and even the way we used to hang photos. Now we have an organized way of it's an artistic way of hanging those photos. And we're even choosing that. Now, let us use this wall for the pics. Then we get how do we plot them to give them that good look. So we are not just putting pictures everywhere.
You find one spot.
Then we put you cannot find a picture on the table like we used to. You cannot find a picture besides the TV. So the trends are really many. As we do research, there's a lot of trends. Even as I speak now, there are new trends that are coming in.
In terms of lighting?
In terms of lighting, we no longer have these dropping bulbs. No. Even the ones that are supposed to substitute the hanging bulbs, they have that little bit of the design, like the lampshades. You may find a lampshade that is designed really very nice. Where they just find these other ordinary lamps inside that lampshade. So the trends are just aimed at making making the interior industry very nice and pleasant.
Okay, so for someone who would want to approach Master X Interiors, what should they expect from the pricing to the quality of the work to maybe a discount? There's so many things in business.
Okay, now Master X Interior is one of the interior company I know that takes time to access spaces, advise, do planning, and what you should expect is the best. And in terms of pricing, like I said, it will be akutesa. It does not only sound in millions, even in thousands. There are some things that can be done there. So you should expect the best, because our team they are really doing what they need to do in terms of research. They are in position of planning. When you have something, we are in position of making you understand, because you come with your design, you come with what you have in mind, then it is our duty to understand what you want and also make you understand it more, and also put it in place. So when you come to us, expect the best. And as you come, don't fear the prices. And as you come, don't think we are dictators on designs because we know interior. No, we work hand in hand with what you want so that you can also be pleased at the end. Because it doesn't really feel good if you have your design in the head. Then I really convince you. There are some people, you can convince them and do something.
Yeah.
But when you leave, they say, these people made me do this, but this is not what I wanted. That's not us. We'll make sure we make you understand the goodness of every design and the purpose of every design, the functionality of every design. That's what we'll do at Master X Interior. And the prices, you don't fear about it. They are really favorable.
So Master X Interior is on social media? Yeah,
on all social media. That's Facebook, Instagram. We have even the videos you see running on the screen. We have them on our YouTube. We have Twitter. We are also there on Twitter. There's TikTok. That's now the trending app. TikTok, the videos are there. So on all the social media, you know, any that you really use most, just search Master X Interior. Definitely they will bring you our works, and then also you see how we get this work from scratch to the beauty you get to see. Okay,
we would love to add on that advertisement to come on FUFA TV as well, not only on TikTok. We shall obviously spread that particular information here on FUFA TV. But anyway, that is great, and the new additions into the interior designing industry. So you who was afraid about the pricing, Mr. Kion has been able to inform you that it's not even in millions, even in just 1,000 shillings. You can obviously get an interior designer. He advises you on what you can put where and what you can obviously put into your house, sitting room, dining, even the washrooms, and even in your offices. So please get that advice so that you have a pleasant home that would feel good for you. Now, before I let him go, we obviously have to let him try our teaser that we had this morning. We always have a simple question for our viewers and our guests that join us every single morning here on The Breakfast. And today's teaser is, what has keys but can't open locks?
What has keys
but can't open locks?
Can't open locks. I found these brain teaser questions with a lot of answers, and I normally have my right answers, but I don't know if that's what you're looking for.
Your answer might be right.
What has keys but can't open locks? I think Windows.
Windows have
computer
keys?
Windows, they have keys, but they can't open locks.
Computer Windows. Interesting. We shall see if it's a computer Windows later on the show, as we normally do it at the top of the hour, and we'll see if we had the correct answer for this. But you who's watching us, FUFA TV 1 on Twitter is the platform that you need to use. Send in your answer through the comment section and we'll be able to reveal it later. We'll take a commercial break, but do stay with us.